What's going on, everyone? Yes, today is another toy review, and yes, the man that stands in front of you is the one and only Big Boss from the epic video game series Metal Gear Solid. Now, this version is from Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, which is the second part from Metal Gear Solid 5: Ground Zero. Now, this is a PlayArts Kai figure, and we're gonna go ahead and jump into the review and see what this figure has to offer, or maybe not so much to offer. So first and foremost, let's look at detail. So I'm gonna go ahead and come in close with good old Boss here, and we're gonna see every little thing as always. So details wise, paint job is cool on the body. As for the face, I'll go back up to the face 1 second. His face is kind of dark. You can kind of see them real hard shading tones on the side of the face. I'll give you a comparison in a hot second. Well, I'm saying that the face is pretty dark. I'll come back a bit. But as for his outfit, it has nice little highlights here and there, nicely detailed sculpting, things of that nature. And this is his latest sneaking suit. That is the front. Let's look at the side. The emblem looks really clean, looks good. Side of the face looks straight. You can see the straps, nice detail on that. Nice little gray wash on the red arm. Going down. Looking at the back of them. Nice, very nice little details. Seeing the literature all over the body. Looks really cool. Nice details in the bag. Looks really good. The made in China. I'm pretty sure that wasn't meant to be part of his armor, but it's there. Keep going. And here's the other side. His little cassette player, his Sony cassette player, really nice. More writing. Alright, and then it's your full 360 of Snake. Or Big Boss rather. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring him back, and let's look at height comparison. Also, I'm gonna look at what I meant. You can see what I meant by the face comparison dealing with tones. So as for height, this is the Ground Zero version sneaking suit, and this is the Phantom Pain sneaking suit. You can obviously see that the Phantom Pain version is slightly taller. Once again, we said this in the other Snake that came out. The inconsistency dealing with size, it makes 0 sense, period. I've never seen a toy company that jump sizes more than PlayArts Kai. They're pretty terrible for it, and they do significant jumps. And the sad part is they do it on the same character, such as this one. As for face paint, if you notice, I'm gonna go ahead and come up a bit. There's two things about this Snake. Clearly the paint job on the left looks a lot better, looks a lot cleaner. This was my second. Remember I told you I purchased 2 of the Ground Zero versions just as much as I purchased 2 of the Phantom Pain version that stands in front of you. So not only the color is significantly different, and the paint job is way better on the one in the Ground Zero. I noticed this when I was taking everything out the box. Besides height, if you notice, the Phantom Pain version head is smaller than the Ground Zero version, which is another odd situation. Another thing that I want to say, while I have both of them in front of the camera, the thing about the Phantom Pain version, which is automatically an issue, in my personal opinion. I'm going to move him out the way because I showed you the skin tone. This is the downside about this figure. Let's say something happens with a body part on this figure and you want to replace it out. Because some parts you can fix. I mean, obviously you have to have another figure, or you can just be a great customizer, whatever the case may be. But his wiring to his walkie is actually glued directly to his head. You can't remove it, it is there. So that part I actually hate a lot, because I can't change heads. And the reason I actually like the fact that I can change heads, because you can switch heads on the body, see how another version, or what I was doing when I was doing toy photography a lot, I would take a standard soldier head and put it on the snake body and make him look like a regular soldier, which I did on the Ground Zero version and some of the other Metal Gear toys. But unfortunately I can't do it with this one due to that fact, unless I cut the wire on, which I'm not going to do. But beyond that, so that is skin tone comparison real quick. Now, let's jump into the accessories before we get into articulation and I pretty much tear this toy a new asshole. But beyond all that, accessory-wise, so Snake here, let's go ahead and get a good focus. Somebody at Play Arts, maybe, I'm just being a dick right now, but they must heard my rant, or someone ranting just as much as I did. Remember that I was complaining about the fact that the stock was able to come out on the other Snake, the one that came before this version of the Phantom Pain one came out. Remember the stock can come off? Well, guess what? These people were actually smart enough not to make a removable fucking stock. Good for y'all. Clap some fucking hands. Because they actually decided to glue this, which is probably the smartest fucking thing they should have did in the first place. But this is glued. So no issue with nothing falling apart. Nicely done. It's just as much as the other AK. The only difference between this AK and the AK that the other figure came with, the other figure actually had a nicer AK because it was weathered. So it actually looked more worn down and looked like a weapon in war. So it was really nicely done. The difference with this one, it comes with double clips. You can see the little bullet, which is nicely painted, and the straps showing that it's taped on there. So that is the only difference with this version versus the other version. Okay, so move that out the way, and guess what? Once again, they heard my cry. Remember this weapon? Let me go ahead and zoom back a bit. I know y'all remember this weapon that I cussed about so much when I first got the Ground Zero version. Yeah, no bendable stock. It's fucking glued. Someone is listening somewhere. Unfortunately, it may be too late for me to actually give a shit. But this is the same weapon, just a glued stock, which is straight. All right, he's going to get the hands that you see on him, which is ball fist hands. Okay. He's also going to get a hand. This has to be for one of the AK or the M16 possibly. This is one of the robot hands, or it can be used for all the guns actually. I might just be being ridiculous right now. Let me go ahead and zoom in on it. There we go. It's nicely detailed. Looks really good. You see the screw marks. Really nicely detailed. Great job in the paint job. Great job on the sculpting. You get a hand to relax under the barrel of the machine gun. Also looks really good. Nicely done. Alright. You're going to get the standard tech knife that all of them came with. No difference. Same weak ass paint job. Same scope. I could have dealt without. You're going to get the same tranquilizer gun. That doesn't change once again. 3 fucking Snake figures with the same cocksucking weapons. Thank you, Play Arts guy. So you get that. You're going to get another gun hand. This one is slightly scoped it different because it has the band. That is all. Nothing more, nothing less. A little bit of writing on the side. You can see. Alright. So, That is all the accessories. Down to the figure. So, just a disclaimer. If you're a huge Metal Gear head and you're extremely biased, now's the time you might want to stop listening to this review, because it's about to go downhill. So, first and foremost, we get to the head sculpt. Let's go ahead and start breaking down articulation and everything else. So if you look, once again, really dark shadows. I mean, his face is really dark on the sides and around the eye, looking like he been sleep deprived. But hard shadows, like I said, this is glued, wires, sloppy, all in the damn way. I'm pretty sure this is just ridiculous. All right, head is on the ball joint. Can look up about that much using the neck joint. Can tilt about that much. Can tilt about that much. Can't look down due to the chin. Let me get this in focus. Sorry. Now, using your neck joint, comes about that far down. Nice little range. Looking back, nice little range. All right. Now going down to the shoulders. This figure, I must say, is probably the worst next to the best. I know that sounds really ridiculous, right? And this is exactly what I mean. It's the best articulation with the shittiest parts. So let me go ahead and give you an example. So the best part about this figure, it does have the butterfly joints, but it doesn't have the shitty butterfly joints. It's actually a peg going into the chest, okay? Which gives you the ability to move the arms back and forth, which is really, really nice. You also are on a ratchet joint hinge, okay? Now this is where it gets really shitty. See how high his arms up? All of a sudden, Snake gets a fucking halter top with nothing but exposure. What the fuck is this? This is sloppy as shit. This makes no sense whatsoever. This is horrible. Horrible. There's no reason why that much plastic should be exposed. And due to the fact that this is like a halter top on the figure, he actually has a very shitty ball joint. He can get all this range, but it's extremely loose because there's nothing actually holding this area sturdy. Now, if you actually look at this version, and then you look at the Ground Zero version, it's nice, it's cut low, it's seamless, it doesn't look sloppy. Even if I actually was to move him forward or back, it's long enough not to expose anything. As for the side to side, he really can't do too much side to side, but it wasn't a big deal to me. It might be a big deal to some people, just wasn't a big deal to me per se. But this figure over here, once again, if you are a new figure, I mean, not you, but if you're making a new figure, there's no reason why your toy should move backwards. It should only move forward. You should only be able to make better items. We pay a lot of money because these toys are getting ridiculous in cost. And this shit is sloppy. It looks horrible. It looks straight up horrible. I won't even deny that at all. Now, the arms have so much range. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom back so you can see. The arm has so much range. It moves so well. Cool part, they actually give like these little sleeves will actually move with the body so it doesn't look weird or hinder it. So this is almost designed like the Solid Snake figure, the original Solid Snake figure that came out a while back. It's designed like that, but this is actually more free roaming. It's made better. This part is like just a floating rubber part. I was looking at Tyler review, and he was doing the Burning Man, which it makes sense for a figure to actually have that part loose because it's being removed to replace another part going in its place. He does not have a removable chest piece. So why the fuck did they make a floating chest piece? Especially a halter top chest piece that don't even go down low enough to even cover a shitty gap. So that is that. Moving along, try not to actually just go bananas over that shitty part, but it's horrible. He has a swivel in the arm, which is cool. Goes about that far up in the elbow, which is standard. You can actually tilt this a little bit because this can actually swivel below the elbow or above. You get a nice hinge joint, nice range on the wrist. All right. Coming down to the waist, you already seen enough of that. Coming down to the waist, this is actually hindered quite a bit. You can go about that far back. Really can't get no, you can kind of force it. Doing the side to side, it is on a ball joint. It's just hindered a lot due to the fact that this little part right here is actually, it's like a lip. It's kind of a soft plastic, but it's so strong it actually prevents a lot of the movement. So it's not soft enough. All right. Now, going down to the legs, he doesn't have any thigh cuts, but he can obviously swivel here. I thought he was going to be hindered due to the pouches being right here, and he's actually not. His leg can come out quite a bit, which is actually cool. Going on this side, believe it or not, his gun actually prevents this leg from going higher, and this walkie-talkie. Go ahead and focus for y'all. And his not walkie-talkie, but his tape player. So, oddly enough, the shit that actually has all this stuff on it has better movement than the side that barely has anything. I don't get it, but whatever. Keep going down. You get double jointed knees. Nice range. Like so. Little gap here. I still prefer this over the elongated knees, so this is actually still fine to me. It's not a big deal. All right, now getting to the utter ass of this figure. So just to let you know, I'm not being crude to this figure because like this is my only one. I'm going to get him fixed because I'm going to contact Play Arts guy, and I do have another one. Like I said, I have two of them. It's not just this one, the other one. Everything on that figure is perfect, but it still has a shitty floating chest joint, so it's pretty loose. That's just one huge, not a small flaw, a huge flaw in this toy. If your toy came perfect, this particular version is ass. Not beyond just that shitty design. The reason why it's also ass, this particular one, not the other one that I have, is that Play Arts Kai, I repeat this again, they have to be the most expensive, non-accessory carrying, flaw making ass toy company I've ever dealt with of all the toy collecting I've ever fucking purchased. My snake come with 2 right feet. You see that? Now this is what's so funny. Someone clearly was fucking sleeping on the job, or B, someone was fucking drunk at the job. Don't know which one it was, but I'm gonna go ahead and focus for you. So we're gonna get a nice clear foot. All right, this is clearly a right foot. Okay, look at this foot. This is what's funny. Left heel, right toe. His fucking toe is a right foot toe. Why? Oh, by the way, his foot goes about that high, that far down. But why? Why is that? Like, come on. I'm not buying no more, and I do mean this when I say it. I will not be buying no more Play Arts Kai figures. So this would be the last toy review that you will see from me coming from Play Arts Kai, because they can kiss my ass. Period. Like I said, way too many flaws, not enough stuff to be paying close to $100 or $100 or a little bit over $100 depending on where you bought it from. That shit is played out. For that type of money, I was to buy 2 little toys that's dope as fuck with no issues. So, my verdict for this toy, fuck this toy. Not because it has 2 right feet, because fuck this toy, because I'm sick of Play Arts Kai and they shitty ass toy making. So, you are more than welcome to go out and buy you one if you like, or you can say fuck this toy like I'm saying fuck this toy, and just keep it where it's at, in the goddamn store or on some shelf or somewhere in Japan. I don't fucking know, but I will not be buying no more Play Arts Kai figures. And I will voice my opinion to Play Arts when I contact them about this shitty toy and ask them, why do they ship out toys with shitty parts over and over again? Is that going to be like their slogan? Buy a toy with shitty parts, promise you. It's awesome, but not really. I don't get it. But enough of my rambling. Hope y'all enjoyed this review. Hope I told y'all what y'all need to hear. And if y'all happen to get this toy, tell me what y'all experience. Let me know how y'all feel about this toy. Maybe I'm just being harsh. Maybe I'm being a dick. I don't know. But in my opinion, I don't think I am, because I've played with quite a bit of Play Arts Kai figures, and they only been getting worse. And I really do mean that. They only have been getting worse. They have not been getting better at all. Price been getting worse. Toys been getting worse. Okay, I'm fucking out. Y'all can look at the end of the video because I have pictures up. Peace.